Hi, welcome to Learning Monkey. I am Raghu here. In this class, we do some complex examples on ages. In our last classes, we have done some simple examples. Please watch the classes and come back here. We use the concepts which we discussed in our previous classes. The link for the playlist is provided in the description below. Coming to today's class, so complex means here understanding the question is a bit difficult. It's a little bit confusing. That is what complexity here means. Once you understand the question, solving it is very easy. So a father said to his son, I was as old as you are at present at the time of your birth. Means it's from this statement we understand that I was as old as you are at present at the time of your birth. Means father's age is same as his son's age today at the time of the son's birth. That is what the statement says. If the father's age is 38 years now, the son's age 5 years back is. From this, it was clearly given that if the father's age is 38 years now, so father's age is 38 years now. So in this type of situations, going graphically bit easy to understand the question. So what's that graphical intuition is? See, assume that from here to here we are assuming that the age of the father, because it was clearly given that the father's age is 38 years. So this was the total 38 years. Assume that somewhere at here the son has been born, and it was clearly says that the age of his father at the time of the son's birth is same as the age of the son present age. We are assuming that the age of the father at the time of son's birth is X. So from this graph, son has been born here, from here to here to here, the age of the son. The age of the son is exactly equal to the age of the father at the time of his birth. Means this is. So 38 minus X equal to X. At the age of, at the time of the birth of the son, we are assuming that the father's age is X. If you assume that the father's age at the time of birth is X, 38 minus X, what you are going to get? This part. What is this part? The son's age, which is equal to X. From the statement it was given that the father's age is, so understand it properly. I was as old as you are at present at the time of your birth. So from that, from here to here, it is son's age, which is same as 38 minus X. The age of his father at the time of, so that's why it is 38 minus X is equal to 38 minus X is equal to X. So once you got this equation, it is very easy to understand. Solve it. X is equal to 19. Son's age 5 years back. So X is equal to 19 means the father's age is 19 at the time of the son's birth, which is same as the son's age now. Means son's age is 19. So son's age is 5 years back is 19 minus 5, which is 14 years. So coming to the next one. So second one, in 10 years A will be twice as old as B was 10 years ago. So from the statement you clearly understand, in 10 years means in coming next 10 years, A will be twice as old as B was 10 years ago. So A will be twice as old as B was 10 years ago. In the next coming years, A's age will be twice as old as B was 10 years ago. Means from this statement we clearly understand that A's is dependent on B. We understand that. If A is now 9 years older than B, from the second statement also we clearly understand that if A is 9 years older than B now, if A is now 9 years older than B, then the present age of B is, these two statements are, see here, in this statement also A's age is dependent on B, in this statement also A's age is dependent on B. So from that, from these two statements we understand that we are assuming that the B's present age is X. So why we are choosing that B's present age as age is X? In our last classes we clearly discussed that so choosing the right X will help you in solving the equation very easily. That is the statement which we discussed in our previous examples. So from these two statements we clearly understand that A's is here also dependent on B, A's is here in the second statement also dependent on B. That's why we are choosing it as let's B's present age is equal to X. So from the second statement, if A is now 9 years older than B, A's present age equal to X plus 9. So from we are assuming that B's present age is equal to X, A's present age now is X plus 9. From the first statement, in 10 years means after 10 years, A will be, means A's age after 10 years will be twice that of B's age 10 years ago. So from the statement, see what is the age of A now? A's present age is equal to X plus 9. From here 10 years, X plus 9 plus 10 equal to twice B's age 10 years ago. So X minus 10. We assumed that the B's present age is X. X minus 10 is 10 years ago, B's age is X minus 10, twice of that. So we got this equation. Solving this equation is very easy. So X plus 19 is equal to 2X minus 20, X is equal to 39. So once, so you understand that. Coming to the next example, third one. Sneha's age is 1/6 of her father's age. What's this statement says? Sneha's age is 1/6 of her father's age. Sneha's age is dependent on his father's age. Similarly, Sneha's father's age will be twice of Vimala's age after 10 years. Sneha's father's age is twice of Vimala's age after 10 years. See, understand it properly. After 10 years, from now onwards, after 10 years, if you take the Sneha's age, Sneha's father's age, it is twice of Vimala's age at that time, after 10 years. So understand it properly. Sneha's father's age will be twice of Vimala's age after 10 years. So Vimala's age also after 10 years, Vimala's age will be, Sneha's father's age is twice of Vimala's age. So if Vimala's 8th birthday is celebrated, from the second statement also, Sneha's father's age dependent on Vimala's age. Similarly, from the first statement, Sneha's age is 1/6 of Sneha's father's age. Means Sneha's age dependent on Sneha's father's age. Sneha's father says dependent on Vimala's age. If Vimala's 8th birthday is celebrated 2 years ago, then what is the Sneha's present age? From the third statement, it was clearly mentioned that Vimala's 8th birthday is celebrated 2 years ago. Vimala's 8th birthday is celebrated 2 years ago. Means what is the present age of Vimala? 10 years. So the third statement is very clear. It was from that statement we identified that Vimala's age is 10 years now. So Vimala's age is equal to 8 plus 2, that is equal to 10 years. 2 years ago it's her 8th birthday, means 8 plus 2, which is 10 years. So from the second statement, see, it is a bit confusing. Sneha's father age will be twice of Vimala's age after 10 years. So what is the Vimala's present age? 10 years. After 10 years, what will be the Vimala's age? 10 plus 10, which is 20 years. At that time, Sneha's father's age will be twice of Vimala's age. At that time. So Sneha's father age is 2 multiplied by 20, that is equal to 40. 40 years after 10 years. Don't forget that after 10 years. So what is the present age of Sneha's father? Which is now 30 years. So from the first statement, Sneha's age is 1/6 of her father's age. Sneha's age is 1/6 of her father's age. What is the father's present age? Which is 30 years. So 1/6 of 30, which is equal to 5 years. So the age of Sneha is 5 years. So see the questions are very complicated to understand. That's why these examples are chosen, in order to make you understand, to concentrate much on the statements, how they are framed. Hope you understand these examples. If you have any questions regarding the concept, please post your questions in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel and press bell icon for the latest updates. Thank you.